Don't trip.
If you trip during a board game, you're doing something wrong. Right. Hey, it's great to see you again. I'm Craig.
I'm Justin.
And we're your tabletop game guides. Today, we're going to be talking to you about a game called Parks.
Who would enjoy this game?
I think players that enjoy trying to develop a strategy and trying to improve on that strategy, there's not a lot of direct conflict. Ultimately, you can play out the strategy that you want to play out.
It's optimization and working within constraints.
Yeah.
Why don't you describe the gameplay?
So the gameplay is that each player gets a pair of hikers, a team of hikers, and you're going to hike down a path and gain resources as you hike. It's 4 rounds, and each round the path gets longer. As you are hiking, if you get to a location to pick up a resource, no other hiker can stop there until you leave that location. And so there's a little bit of strategy trying to pick out how far you want to go to get a resource that you need or block it off from other hikers. But you could also pick it up with your second hiker coming up behind you.
What are the ways to earn points then for victory in hiking against your friends?
To earn points in this game, there are 2 different ways. The main way is by visiting national parks, and you use the resources that you gain along your hike to buy those cards. Once you buy the card, the point value goes into your stack, and then at the end of the game, you count those. The second way to get points is through the use of the camera mechanic. There is one camera that one hiking group can have, and there's a spot on the hiking trail where you can get that camera, and you pay resources to take a picture, and each picture is worth 1 point. You have to pay more resources to get the camera first, but once you have the camera, the pictures cost less.
One of my favorite parts of the game is that I can also get more efficient. What's the equipment like for this game?
Another part of this game is at the end of each round, you could buy equipment, and that gives you specific advantages. It might reduce how much a national park costs by 1 forest. It might give you more resources when you land on a certain square. It might make the camera cost less in certain scenarios. So the equipment also helps you optimize your choices, and it helps you play the game that you want to play.
Okay, the group's enrolled. How would you teach the game?
There are a couple of things that I do to teach this game. First, laying out the path and getting the visuals in front of people is important for explaining the game. Explaining how a hiker goes to a spot, and no one else can go to that spot helps a lot when you have that out. The second thing that I found that helps a lot is actually having a team of players play a team of hikers. I think this game is easier to learn when you have a second person to discuss the strategy with. And so I usually have people pair up in a team of 2 to play the team of hikers.
I've observed you teach this game a few times. And another observation is that you start teaching immediately as you lift the lid off the box and start pulling the pieces out. Not many other games are so well aligned with their iconography and their board structure that you can literally start explaining what these pieces are doing as you're laying them out on the table for your players.
Yeah, this game is just incredibly well thought out. The pieces have the resources, the pictures on each tile. The tiles are arranged in an arrow so you know which way to align them together to make the board. The parks also have the icons for how much they cost at the bottom. All of these pieces and all of these tiles come together to make it very intuitive to understand how to play this game. It's easy to also teach new players and advise them if they have questions on what they should do next, because all the information is there for everyone to see.
This game is extremely beautifully designed, so there are players that are going to get really immersed in just the wilds have different animal shapes, and the parks have beautiful artwork. And as the engineers in the room might love that the photographs artwork is a very small 1x1 image of the larger park card.
Yes.
A small detail I appreciate.
This is an incredibly well-designed game, and they also have one of the best how to play videos online. I would suggest that you check it out. They have a raccoon walk you through how to play the game.
Raccoon's my favorite animal. I greatly enjoyed that video.
Yes.
I remember the first time you told me about this game.
Yep.
And I remember it was a very simple explanation that we're visiting national parks. It could be full stop right there. In a board game format, I'm already in. But I remember imagining my family who love to hike in parks and I don't. I became what's known as indoorsy, well, they are outdoorsy. And so when you pitch the game, from that very first conceptual moment of thinking about what is this board game to be like, I was immediately thinking, if I like this game, I'm showing it to my sister. Because she loves hiking. She's visited more than 10 national parks. This could be my way to connect with my family. What is the energy of this game?
So this game, when I pull it out, I know that we're going to settle in for a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere, number one. Number two, I think this game allows for other people to appreciate their other team's strategic choices. As I'm playing this game, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do to get my parks and get my points. And then I look over at Justin and I see that he's got all of these different resources and I just go, oh man, he is really far ahead. And there's an appreciation of that because your success at strategy does not hinder my strategy execution. And so I can have a good game, you can have a good game, everybody could have a good game. And at the end of the game, we just see who has the most points.
Which, let's say is on theme for a hike. You really should just be appreciating the hike and looking around in awe rather than worry about where your next footfall has to go.
So if you're looking for a strategic game that is casual and relaxing to host, we would recommend checking out Parks. Check out our channel for some other games that you might love to host.
Have a great game, everybody. It is strategic, but it's so subtly strategic.
It is.
I wouldn't even put it in that category, which is part of why I love it.
Yeah.
Casual. How about casual game? It's casual.
Strict casual.